What is happening, guys? Martin is back again. You know where we are, so let's get into it. So guys, touching base with you once again in respect of this. This will probably be the last sort of, let me get this off the screen. The last type of reviews I do of these Zara fragrances, because I think they're getting a little bit boring now. Nothing's happening. There's no real development with the fragrances. But I just decided at this occasion to purchase this fragrance probably as a last send off, as a bit of an acknowledgement to the previous fragrances that have been released. And this is Zara 8.0 Summer. Now, whopper. So this is the box it comes in, guys. Nothing spectacular. Probably slightly more sustainable type of cardboard that they have now. Don't know what that is. And yeah, it just says on it 8.0. Don't know if you can see this. There we go. Nothing spectacular. Same type of box it comes in. No more information on it than that. And as you guys know, with these 8.0 bottles and boxes, the actual note breakdown is contained on the top. Now, funny enough, I can't actually see this on Zara's website. I did smell it in the store, and I said to myself, it's not bad, but let's try and do a final review just to say this is a adieu to my reviews of these Zara fragrances, because again, don't get me wrong, if something comes out worthwhile, that's fair enough, but I'm not going to review every single fragrance. Some of you guys asked me to review, for instance, I think it's bergamot and lavender. I've smelt it. It's not a game changer. There's nothing about it. Within a few minutes of smelling that in the store, it dissipates, it's gone, it's finished, end of. There's nothing to review there. So I'm actually going to say that a lot of these fragrances actually are a waste of time. But nonetheless, I'm going to share my opinion on it, and this is one to keep until such time I want to get rid of it. So this is our 8.0, guys, summer edition. Notes are saying that it has lemon zest, mandarin, apple, cucumber, amberwood, cedar and musk. Cedar wood and musk. Okay, so the other version of Zara's 8.0, which I'm just going to get up now. I do have a bottle, but the bottle is slightly away from me, and I'm not going to go and get it now. But ultimately, in respect of comparison between the two, there is a difference. This one doesn't necessarily seem to have the same type of note breakdown as the other one. Obviously, this is being a summer version, so it's lending itself slightly more to the high notes rather than those base notes. That key watermelon note that you get in the original version, I don't believe is in this one. And where there is a bit of a change, I think it goes along the lines of, so this is the original version now. Top notes having melon, we're having patchouli, some violet leaf. In there, in the mid notes, there's watery notes with also some lily of the valley. And then in the base notes, it has some amber with some musk and also some cedar. So this one now is saying it's got lemon zest, mandarin, which is not in there already, with apple, cucumber. So it gets this type of crispy note. Then you get the base notes being the amberwood, the cedar, and the musk, which is similar to the 8.0. Now, in my opinion, guys, just so you can see, again, there's nothing really to talk about. Get a good mist there, nothing really. The sprayers are good. There's nothing wrong with the sprayers. You can see that we're getting some juice on there. Whoop, I don't know what that is. See, we get some juice on there. What stands out to me, guys, is this crispness. That's the crisp element that's coming from the cucumber. It's fresh with the lemon zest in there, so it's quite a pleasant type of scent. The opening is somewhat alcoholic. It's somewhat alcoholic. The dry down, I get a touch of this mandarin. I don't really pick up too much on the base notes. I don't really seem to, since I've worn it, I don't really seem to feel like that's a key component. The key component seems to be this cucumber note. And this smells to me, in all honesty, guys, similar to Nautical Voyage. It smells like that cucumber note, maybe slightly more on the citric side with the lemon in the top notes. And again, it's saying it's got this apple. So there's a crispness with the cucumber, the apple. As I see, the lemon, he keeps it where it is in the top notes. Slightly more citric. But that dry down from the cucumber that you get on the Nautical Voyage, you don't really get in this part. The mid notes for the cucumber, in my opinion, only probably last for about not longer than about half an hour, maybe 40 minutes. Then it'll dry down and you're just left with this slight sort of amber cedar, which is very light. And unfortunately, guys, I'm going to tell you the same again. Like I've said, so many of these fragrances, you just do not get an hour's you don't get an hour's form of projection on this one, unless maybe in a hot country or in a hot climate. I don't know, because I've not had that opportunity. So the reason why I purchased this one is because I thought, well, I will be traveling, I will be going to hot environments. Let's see what it does there. Let's see how it goes there. But as it stands, as it's currently within the UK now, there's a lot of heavy wind and rain. And unfortunately, it doesn't seem to be one that really seems to last. Now, again, I did a review just the other day of This one in the previous video, Dolce & Gabbana, the 1 EDP, and obviously this one is a different type of beast altogether. Can't compare the two, but what I'm trying to say is that even though the performance is somewhat lackluster on this, for what this one is nothing compared to what this one is. This is completely, obviously, different quality, different level of fish, different quality of fish. I paid only $12.99 for this one, but at the same time, realistically, you're just giving your money, wasting your money, guys. If you're just gonna keep giving your money to Zara and have nothing to show from it, you buy a fragrance and then, you know, within a short space of time, it's gone, it's dissipated, and you have to reapply. So what is the point in having these type of fragrances? So for me, it's a summer edition, so I didn't necessarily go into this blind. I did have a smell of it prior to buying it. It's not on the website, so I don't really know what more to say. Would I recommend buying this one, guys? If you're really for the 8.0, I would say stick with the 8.0 because this is just an imitation. It's like a faint imitation of it. The key note that you get from the 8.0 with this, I believe it's grapefruit. So that melon note in there with the top notes, with that melon note and these watery notes that you get in there just isn't in this one. And I do believe the new version of 8.0 has been reformulated. When I smelt it today, it didn't have the same potency as the older bottles that I've had. So for some reason, there's been a lot of reformulation with a lot of these fragrances now. I don't understand, obviously, the purpose of it. Maybe it's to do with the sourcing of the materials or whatever it may be. But unfortunately, a lot of these new fragrances coming out now are pretty much a letdown. They smell very watered down for some reason. Sometimes even borderline, they become unisex fragrances. So the ones that I've smelled are pretty much watered down. This, in my opinion, could be a unisex fragrance. It doesn't smell particularly masculine. A woman could wear this quite easily. I think I've smelled body sprays on ladies that are actually stronger than this one. So the opening, again, crispness, lemon zest, cucumber. It's nice, it's fresh, nautical voyage type of vibe. And then the dry down just leaves it somewhere. The musk is not really present. Maybe a little bit of amber in there. I mean, you see how close I have to go to smell it. Maybe there's a little bit of amber in there. And again, the cedar wood in there, slightly woodsy note. But it doesn't really say anything over compared to... I think the original is obviously stronger than this one. This one is just probably more, how could I say, opening, fresh, shower gel sort of smell. That's all I could say from this one, guys. So if you really, if you really want to get your thoughts on this one, guys, if you want to have a smell of it, go and smell it for yourself. Let me know your thoughts. But I would recommend, if you're going to buy something, buy or maybe stick with 8.0, the original one, if you have to get one, or just buy Nautical Voyage and just go with that one. And that type of crisp type of cucumber note you get in the Nautical Voyage that you won't get in this one. That one's probably slightly more, how could I say, slightly more sharper than this one, because this one smells quite dull, but nonetheless, it is what it is. So that's really my review on this one, guys. I probably wouldn't recommend going to buy it, but at the same time, I want to try this out maybe in the summer. It's a nice bottle and everything else like that, but don't just give your money to these companies for the sake of doing it. Luckily with YouTube, to some extent, I do get some revenue back from the AdSense and everything else like that. But I'm going to ask you guys one more time. The problem with my channel I can see is that a lot of you guys, you look at the videos, but you don't interact with it, or you look at the videos and you don't give it a thumbs up. So what's the point in taking, the thumbs up costs nothing at all, guys. So what's the point in watching a video, getting information, and then just switching off and that's it? You know, if you go to other people's channels, you see their channels, they've got so many 50,000 subscribers, fair enough, someone's going to give them the likes. My channel doesn't even have, at this moment in time, over 2,000 subscribers. Guys, you got to help me out as well. I'm trying my best to keep the channel going, and at the same time, all I'm asking for is a like again. So if 50 people watch a video and only 5 or 6 people are giving it likes, 20 people give a like, that just means a lot of people watch the video, taking the information even to the end, but then they can't even bother to give it a like. And that's all I'm asking for, guys. So give it a like. Hopefully you enjoy the videos. But again, I'm giving my honest truth on this one. Have a sniff. Wouldn't recommend it really if you only wanted to buy one bottle of anything for summer. This definitely is the one. Go and buy Nautical Voyage online. You can probably get that relatively cheaply now as well from Amazon. I believe that's been reformulated, but nonetheless, that cucumber vibe that you get from this one is pretty much the same in that one. But that one's obviously a lot more stronger. I think you got more bang for your buck with that one compared to this one. But that was my review on this one, guys, and I do not believe that this one really stays in comparison to the original version. The base notes just seem to be the same, but the top notes that make the 8.0 what the 8.0 is, with that watermelon, that melon note, unfortunately, is not in this one. So it's okay, but I just won't say anything more than that. And hopefully, guys, don't know what this thing is. And hopefully, guys, I'll see you soon on the next video. Ciao.